Right, welcome back folks. You joined me back in the log cabin. I've still got the Peugeot on the ramp here, the Peugeot Luxor 50. We're not going to be working on that today. I've actually got a fly mow, hover mow that's coming for a bit of work. So the chap's told me that the only way you can get it to run is he has to fire a bit of a premix in the spark plug hole. So basically what that's telling me is we've got a carburetor issue by the sound of things. So we're going to jump onto that in a minute, but first of all we need to get this off the ramp, and I've just tried to start it and there's just no power at all in this bike. So it's been sat a long time this, but as you can see it's still looking nice. So hopefully we can get this one out on the road again soon. I've just got the front brake issue to sort out on it. So it's had new pads in it and I've tried bleeding it, and I've stripped the caliper and I'm still not getting no brakes. So I need to further investigate that. It's got to be one of them things. So I think I'm going to take the caliper off again and just give that a double check and see what's going on there. So, but first of all, before we get this off the ramp, I'm just going to try and give it a little jump start. What I've got is I've got my Top Don here, and this is the Top Don JS2000, this one. Top Don have actually reached out to me and offered to send me another one. They're offering to send out the JS1200, which again is the same as this, it's just not as powerful, but it would start pretty much anything, cars and vans in this day and age. So they're offering to send me out a JS1200. This has the same features as a JS1200. It has a flashlight as well, and as you can see you've got your power on button there, and I've got a full charge in this, and it has held a charge because I haven't had this out of the packet for maybe 3 or 4 months, so it's still solid on there. I can't remember how to operate the light. That's it. So you hold your power button down and that'll give you your LED light. I think if you hold it again it should turn it off. So on, hold it in, and if you push it again straight away you get a flashlight, or you get your SOS strobe light as well. So hold it in and that'll turn it off. So they have a couple of USB slots on there, so you can charge your phone on it. You can use it as a power bank basically, so you can run your laptops off it if you've got USB chargers, your phones and other devices like that. So this is really handy. I keep mine in the van just in case when we are out and I do need to charge something up. But it's exactly the same with the 1200 to the 2000. You get the same fitments, they just clip in there. You can only go in one way, and you literally just put them on your positive and your negative. And this does have a boost button as well on the side. So if you are doing something with a big engine, not this, you won't need to boost this, but if you've got something with a really big engine, the battery is proper flat, you're not getting no ignition lights, just give it a little boost as well, and that'll bring it back into life. So yeah, I say Top Don has offered to send me one out, but what I've said for them to do is, rather than send me one out, I'd rather just give it back to one of you guys that are regular here watching the videos every week, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you a little question throughout this video, so you keep watching, and at the end of the video I'll get you to put all your answers in the comments, and then I'm going to choose a number. I'll let you know what number it is, and in this video, so you know it can't be fixed. So I'll choose a number at the end of the video, and whatever number that comment is, I'll be selecting that person, and you can just get in contact with me and we'll get you one sent out as well. So yeah, let's see if this will jump start this. I've got no issues, we won't start this with this anyway. They are running a promotion as well on all of their Top Don products on the online during this week. So today you're watching this is the 20th of November, and this whole week they are running discounts for Black Friday for the whole week. So check my links down below, and you'll get some good prices on that. They're dropping them right down for this Black Friday. So ignition's still on, lights are on. I say I'm not going to boost it, and let's just see if we can get this started. Let me come out anyway. So yeah, and there we go, that's fired straight up, no problem at all there. So really happy with that, and I'll just disconnect that now. So just taking that away now, and I just can stick that away. That will power off by itself. Just put that back in its packet, and it comes in a lovely hard case, and you do get your charging cable as well to charge this unit up, which is a USB to USB-C, I think that is, that connector. So it all fits in there nicely. We'll just stick that there, and there we go. So that's the topped on JS 2000, but we are giving away the JS 1200 in this video a bit later on, so keep your eyes out. So I'm just going to move this bike off the ramp now, and then we'll have a look at this Flymo. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, welcome back guys. So this is the little Flymo. It's a domestic L400. I say it's a Flymo brand. So yeah, it's not in bad nick for what it is. It's a hover one, as I said earlier. And I've just noticed it's got fuel in it, but when I come to prime it, the primer's not doing nothing. It's not sucking, so that could be our problem there. He didn't mention about the primer, so I don't know if he knows it's got a primer bulb on it. But I say, there's nothing coming through this fuel line back at all here. So it's not drawing any fuel at all there. So we need to have an investigate on this primer bulb. So we'll probably start off by getting that out and just seeing if there's any tears or anything, if it's letting any air by. I can look here and I can see it's had a new spark plug. And the chap did say he did take it to another guy and he said he couldn't get it going. So just looking, we need to sort that issue first because we're not going to be drawing any fuel through. So the fuel line at the back there is empty. So we're not pushing the air through. So I'm just going to get myself a set of pliers now and hopefully get this off, and we'll have a closer look at it. Right folks, so as you can see, I've just pulled this primer bulb out. The primer bulb actually does seem to be doing what it's doing. As I took the primer bulb off, I just moved this cable out of the way and this pipe actually dropped down. And as you can see, it's actually got the fitting bit of the carb that should be mounted, pressed into the carb up there. So with that piece of brass in the end of that pipe, that shouldn't be in there. That should be mounted to the carb still. So I don't know if we can get away with taking the carb off and trying to reseat that in and press it in, or whether if it's a new carb job. So it has given me a bag of old spares, so there might be another carb in there. I'll have a look in a minute and see what we got. So I say he did give me this bag of spares. I presume it's from another broken down one of these Flymos. He gave these to me just to keep these. So yeah, that's a switch handle. That's just a bolt in there. Got another air filter there. So maybe he's broke this one down because he might have had a damaged deck, because these decks do damage on these, being only plastic. Right, we have got another carb here. Yeah, look. But as you can see, that's the piece that's coming off on our other carb. So it might well be just worth cleaning this carburetor up and going with this one, because I say that's broken off on our one. It's come out of its seat. So I think I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to get the other carb off, just make sure that everything is identical on this, and if it is, we'll get this one cleaned up and then we'll go again and put this on here. So we're going to get ourselves a little socket now, get this taken off, and we'll have a look at this carb. Right, so guys, as you can see, the bottom stud has actually come out and the top one has stayed in, and with that staying in, it hasn't allowed the carb to come off because the carb can't come through. So the stud has to go on after. So I'm going to get a pair of grips, just see if I can, there we go, just nip that off. That's it, I got it. There we go. No, so right, the spring's come undone. So I'm just going to take this top pipe off. And by looking at it, I think we're going to be alright with this other carb. Pull off now. So we'll just take our spring off, and that goes in the first hole. So we just need to remember that. We'll put that in that tray there. So looking at these carbs, they do look pretty much the same, not a lot of difference in them. But yeah, that's where our pipes come out of there, look. See, our brass pipe should be in there. But I reckon everything else looks pretty much bang on with that. We'll just have to turn that around. Not that it should matter because we've got a good length of fuel on there anyway. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with this other one here, and I'm going to give it a quick clean. I won't show you that. because it's a bit of a tedious job. I've shown plenty of carb cleans on the channel. If you want to see how to clean a carb, just check out my lawnmower playlist and you'll see them in there. So I'm just going to give this a quick clean out and I'll be back with you. Right guys, so I've put this carb a bit of a clean. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stick this spring back on. And that went just, well, this one's only got one hole, so I can only put it on that hole there. And it clips on, there's a tab up there. I'll have a look at that in a minute. But first of all, I did have to change the primer bulb as well. So we've got a new bulb on there because I did blow through to the airline and I could just, it blew it up a little bit and there was a pinhole just at the front top there. So I've put a new bulb on it and that's all working fine now as it should be. I say when I did try and blow through it, my blow wasn't strong enough to blow that up, so yeah, it's just something to bear in mind there. So we're going to stick this back on, so that goes, oh I can see why that's twisted now, because that spring has to run across there, you see. So just turn your pipe around and you put your stud through, and where's our other stud? So our other stud went in the first slot there. It's a bit fiddly all doing all this, trying to get it on camera. So that's fine like that, that's good. We can get our fuel line on now, why it's easy to access. So we can put that back on. We can leave that hose at the front for the primer bulb for now. We need to put our tab back under there. I need to get that lined up first. So that's lined up. I'll spring back through there like that. That's like a governor spring, I think, actually. That. So I'm just going to wind that top back up. So that's that all back together. I've left the plate out, look, the tin plate. So it's all got to come off again, folks. Let me take that back off, put that behind it, and I'll come back to you. Right, folks, so we're back to where we was a minute ago. So that's all bolted on as it should be now. I'm going to stick the primer bulb back in. And it does have this little bolt on the back here that you just tighten up. It's an 11mm. And that just does, it bites into the plastic and it just does up and keeps it where it should be. Not a bolt, it's a nut rather, sorry. There we go, that's fixed on there perfect now. So then we can go stick our hose back on. And again, it's a blinking nightmare playing with other machines and stuff that other people have been messing about with, because you don't know what they've done. And I say that carb was broke there, and I did try pressing it in, it won't go back in, it won't perform a nice seal. So right, I can hear that now sucking, and I can see it it's pulled fuel that way through that line already, so I'm happy with that. I reckon this will probably fire up now. So we're going to stick the air filter back on, and that goes on. Oh, that cable needs to drop back down, sorry. So I think that goes on about, is it there? No, goes that way on, and it is very tight in there. So that's on there now. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and try and give it a little fire up. So there should be fuel in it. I'll put the HT lead back on. I always take the HT lead off when I'm working on the machine, because you never know. Again, I've never tried to start this machine. I presume it's just a matter of holding the brake in and giving it a pull. I say we've primed it up. Let's see what happens. You normally have to put your foot on there actually, so I might just tie the brake down with a clamp, because I say these are only light decks, these, and they normally pull up when you're pulling against them. So let's give it a quick whirl. That's a bit loose, that could do with a tighten up. There we go, look at that. So I might just have to sort the carb out, give it a little tune. Right, so I'm happy with that. It's a bit smoky now. I've got the door open, so it is well ventilated. But yeah, it waited for doing that before. As I say, the chap had to take the spark plug out, fire a bit of a premix in the bore, and that's how he was starting it. So, and it wasn't running. It was just literally starting, firing up, burning what he put in, and that was the end of it. So we've got somewhere that this other chap didn't get to. So all I say now, it's just a matter of setting that carb up. Because it is only one speed on these, there's no high or low rev on the handle to adjust it, it's just one speed. So I'm just going to find that nice sweet point of where it wants to be, and we'll go from there. I'm just going to go outside for a bit, let this smoke clear. But I say we have got the doors open and the extraction on, so it should take it should clear pretty quickly. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Right there, folks, so it's all back together now, as you can see there, all back to original. I've given it a little bit of a clean up. It could still do with a bit more cleaning, but I've just given it a quick wipe over. I've just noticed there is a slight petrol leak coming from the back, and that was because one of the gaskets is damaged. So I'm going to have to get a new gasket for it. So we have got a slight petrol leak there. So I'm not going to take it back to him yet. I want to get that done. So we're going to get that right. So today we've had a new primer bulb on it. We've had the replacement carb, which has been cleaned as well. Everything else seems to be alright. It looks like it had a new plug in it. I haven't checked that, but it looks like a new one. And I say it needs a new gasket just for stopping that little petrol leak we've got there. So yeah, it's quite a tidy little mower this. So I'm not sure how old it is, but I've just spoke to the chap, and he's interested in this one. I picked this one up the other day. Look. It needs a bit of a clean. It's been sat in a storage shed for about 12 years, I think, this one. Just hanging on the wall, so that's why it's covered in thick dust. But it's a lot wider cut than the one he's got there. It's probably that and half again what he's got. So yeah, he's quite interested in this. And this has got the old Honda engine on it, which is totally reliable. No issues with them engines. The GCV 135, that is, look, 4.5 horsepower. All got choke up there, all speed control. A lot better mower this one would be than the one he's already got there. So yeah, that's got the Tecumseh engine on that one. But I say that's not too bad, but the area he's got to do, he'd rather said he has a bigger one. So I don't know if he's going to keep this one, get rid of it, or just have it as a backup. I don't know. So what I'll probably do is I'll get that one serviced. I'm not going to do it in this video. It's getting a bit late on the day now. So what's the time? It's coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to get this one. I'm going to leave this one on the table. I'm going to order up a new gasket for that, and then I will do that one in the week. So I don't know if I'm going to bring that to the channel. I've got a lot of lawnmower content on there. It's the same sort of stuff, just a different deck base at the end of the day. So it's only been a short little video today, but I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you the question on the top don that we're giving away. So the question I'm going to ask is, what brand of lawnmower is this? So all I need to know is just the brand. I don't need the model or nothing. What brand of lawnmower is this? So drop your comments down below now. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes while you get your answers in. And whoever lucky winner is, you just need to drop me an email, and the email is on the about page on the channel. So just go over along there, find my email, drop us an email, say you've won, and I can pass your details on to Top Don. So, and they'll send you one out directly. So I ain't got to mess about with postage. So, right, and the winner's going to be the 12th comment. So it's the 12th comment down, because we are giving away the Top Don JS 1200. So I've gone for the 12th. If you're on the 12th comment down, so I only want you to write your answer in once, and I'll pin the comment to the top of the chat. It'll be on my chat, because there's different chats. You've got live chat and top chat, and I'll be going off on my live chat. So well done to the lucky 12th person to get your name down, and your name will be pinned along the comments now down below. And I say just hit me up with a message, and we'll get that sent out to you. So I want to thank you all for watching this one. It's a quick little fast blast one, just a little bit of tinkering about in this one and getting that moped moved. So thanks very much everyone for watching, and until next time, we'll see you about.